Hello everyone, I've got something pretty cool to show you. Here it is. This is an MP3 player. This is called the Mechen H56. And I bought it on Amazon for 80 bucks. So, a couple cool things about this MP3 player is it's literally like having an Android smartphone, except without the phone part. So, get through the packaging here. You're greeted with paper. And beyond the paper, you get this. 16 gigabytes of storage with support for external SD card storage, micro SD. And you can see here it's factory sealed. Pretty cool. Pretty heavenly, pretty nice, pretty cool. So, gotta get through the factory seal, which they have it sealed up pretty damn good here. There we go. All right. So, open that up. Now, I wanted to get one of these because mainly it reminded me of high school when I had an iPod Touch, first generation. And I always wanted to get, well, I didn't always want to get, but recently, in the past week or so, I've been wanting to get a dedicated MP3 player again for nostalgic reasons. So that's what you're greeted with. Got a very nice presentation here with the user manual, digital player, and you could see here the model number. I don't know if you could see it. X56. So there you go. And get a couple niceties there. On the left, we have our headphones, our charger, and a screen protector actually in the back there. So that's actually pretty nice. They give you a screen protector, and on the right, of course, you have your unit itself. So we'll present that to you now. Comes in this little bag thing. And there you are. That is the front of it. It's just a clear black slate. And this is the most satisfying part ever about opening any new electronic device. Here we go. That is satisfying. Okay. And then, yeah, as you could see here, there is no front-facing camera, and there is no back-facing camera either. It's just the screen and then the buttons. On the bottom here, you've got your USB-C port. It's a little hard to see with the camera, but... And then you have your SD slot. There you go. Now you can kind of get an idea. It does have a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, which is excellent. So you can use wired headphones. And actually, it looks like... Does it? Oh, maybe not. It looked like it came with storage, but maybe not. All right, well, let's turn this on. There it is. So it's got a charge already. The screen bezel is nice and small here, so that's cool. Full 1080p display, which honestly, this is satisfying to see a 16:9 aspect ratio on a smart device like this. You don't really see that anymore. So it's kind of refreshing. And we're booting up here. And there we are. 918. Huh. Alright. Cool, cool. I didn't even have to set anything up. It just kind of dropped me right into the Android interface. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And it comes with a bunch of apps here pre-installed. I'm probably going to remove them, but that gives you a good idea as to what it looks like. Okay, so that's what that little button does. You press that little down arrow and it hides the navigation buttons. And to get them back over, you just swipe up from the bottom of the screen. And if you swipe down, it's like an Android phone. You just basically get all your goodies and stuff, just like your phone if you were on an Android or even an iPhone. So, and they give you VLC pre-installed, which is cool. They give you Chrome, the Google Play Store, Family Link, whatever that is, TuneIn Radio, Apple Music. A lot of this stuff I'm just going to remove because I'm not going to use Apple Music. I don't like Apple. Hence why I bought this. But Hulu, yeah, I'll get rid of Hulu. I don't have it anymore. Kindle I'll keep, actually, and Pandora I'll keep. But yeah. Anyway. So yeah. This is it. There's your volume rocker and power button. And on this side, there's nothing. On the back here, one thing that's kind of interesting is they give you some labels at the bottom there to tell you what each thing is. It's got a built-in microphone, headphone jack, of course, SD slot, USB, and speaker. That's what that is, speaker. So you could technically make calls on here if you do like Facebook Messenger or Discord or Snapchat or whatever you'd use there, Instagram. But it's not primarily meant to be a phone. It's primarily meant to be a, just a music player. There's no app drawer, which is interesting. Like on Android lately, if you swipe up from anywhere on the screen, on the home screen, it will usually bring up an app drawer of some kind. But here, the home screen is your app drawer. So, kind of interesting. I kind of like it, actually. It's minimalistic. Very nice. Very cool. And of course, you can do that just like on any Android. And there's battery saver and all that good stuff. Can connect to Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. It does not have GPS, and it does not have a cellular network capability. So you can't put a SIM card in this, which honestly, I'm fine with that. I don't need a SIM card in this. But, yep. And if you go into like Android settings, so you get your basic settings there. Pretty cool. I'm probably gonna, because this is Android 13, so I might actually, where is it? I know it's in here somewhere. Gestures. I prefer the gesture navigation over the old buttons. So I'm gonna put it in like that. So yeah, gesture support. So like if you're in an app like this, you swipe up off screen, it brings you back to the home screen. And if you're in an app, you swipe from the sides, it takes you to the previous screen. All right, a little change of scenery here. This is actually a couple days later, and I've had a bit of time to customize this to my liking and add all my apps that I want on here, and organize things into folders down there. And overall, I really like this thing. It's awesome. It's everything I wanted it to be. Yeah, I like the fact that there's no cameras on it, no GPS, no cellular service, which automatically means for a device like this, you get almost zero distractions, zero notifications. I'm sure you could put like TikTok and social media on here if you really wanted to, but this is obviously not meant for that stuff. It's meant to be a music player. So one thing that's great is because it's Android based, I actually uninstalled the original music player apps because they kept crashing actually, and I was able to install one that I preferred. So nice thing about Android is you can put any app you want on it and uninstall apps as well. So this is the one I went with. It's pretty cool. And it's got all my music there, and it works really nice on here. So I'm pretty happy with it. And yes, it has a built-in internal speaker. So yeah, pretty cool. And then YouTube also works really nice as well. So if we go to YouTube, we can click on a video here.
Over the last few days, there was information
Here's a
going around that
demonstration of a video.
has been hacked, and once these headlines started to break, there was a wave of different emotions.
No stuttering.
Online. There were some
Works
that was
pretty well, and it's full screen. No letterboxing, guys. Full screen, which is exactly how I like it.
Some slight panic that set in because when you hear about a company that may have your
yeah. So yeah, that's about it. That is the MP3 player. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you found it entertaining and hilarious and informative as well. So thanks for watching. Have a good one.